Hey guys, not gonna be able to do the hits this month because I am in beautiful Nicaragua for a couple more weeks. It's been really great seeing some good wildlife, heard some good music. Today I've spent the day at this beautiful watering hole and drinking this coconut. You guys are gonna have to do the work without me. I'll see you next month.
Hi, I'm Colby.
I'm Nick.
I'm Amanda.
We're here for Cover Judgers The Hits, February 2015. As you saw, Seth cannot be here because he's in some sort of tropical wasteland, so we're stuck with Amanda. And we're happy about it. Per usual, we're going to go through our top 3, but we're going to do it a little bit differently than last month. We're going to give our number 3s, our number 2s, and then talk about some favorite first issues that came out this month. And then the next video is going to be just about our number 1 favorites because there's too much love in us to not just spread over one whole video.
Yep. And we're going to keep it quick this time so you don't have to sit down for 40 minutes.
So just another 39 minutes and we should be done.
I really liked the 40 minutes.
Oops.
Who's Hemingway?
Hemingway is a famous author. Ernest Hemingway, he said he could make you cry in 6 words.
And how did he make you cry in 6 words?
He wrote a short story in 6 words. Legend has it at a bar where he frequented with his writer friends. The story was, for sale, baby shoes, never used. And I just thought we could use that 6-word
review.
The 6-word format. It lent itself pretty well to comics because sometimes also we don't want to review them. We don't need to talk about them that much. Let's get right to it. Our number 3 this month, they're all different, which is nice. Colby, kick it off.
Alright, my number 3 is Bitch Planet. Number 3, Kelly Sue DeConnick. My Hemingway review is Bastards Ain't Never Gonna Break Me. And that's a quote directly from Penny. We get an awesome history on Penny in this issue and her non-compliance, which is just beautiful.
It is. I really like this comic. Maybe we'll
talk
about it more later. Who knows? Oh well.
What was yours?
My third favorite this month was Birthright number 5. Now I'm going to try and keep it spoiler free because it is the end of the first arc. Tradeback should be out soon.
Probably next month or so?
Yeah, next month. And
that's usually how Image does it.
Yeah, $9.99 like you said.
Always.
Why not?
All the good ones.
All the wizards are extinct now, right?
Every one of them. And the main character's dead.
Nothing.
It's just the drunk dad
all the horrible things
stumbling around,
right,
wishing his kids were alive.
That'd be pretty boring.
Issue 6 is going to be pretty weird. Anyway, my Hemingway review is Wizard Fight, Terranos Movement, and huge cliffhanger. It's Birthright number 5. It was really big. There are wizards. Well, it's more like a wizard versus a barbarian warrior, 28-year-old muscular man.
In my head, I'm just picturing like Adventure Time characters having a wizard fight.
Yeah, it's like a realistic Adventure Time where like it ends in blood, but there's all that Adventure Time wizardry and stuff.
Sounds rough.
What was yours, Amanda?
Mine is Spider-Gwen number 1, most highly anticipated of the month, and really excellent. And my Hemingway review is Why Do They Fear the Spider-Woman? Which is a quote from the Vulture, who is a new baddie who showed up in her world, and she's got to figure out how to beat him and make herself look like a good guy.
Is he a new baddie?
He is a new baddie.
He is?
Yes.
I swear.
For her universe.
For her universe. You're right.
For
right,
her
right.
universe.
I was like,
the art is fabulous. You know, this is... It's easy to forget that this is a first issue because it's almost not a first issue with the Edge of Spider-Verse issue. So, but it's really good. You're just jumping into her story and trying to figure out where she falls in this universe.
Right on.
I felt a little lost having not read any of the Spider-Verse. Why her Shoes are blue is kind of confusing, and the rest of her is not.
It's awesome.
No, it is awesome.
And practical. So practical.
And that hood! Everybody loves that hood. For our number 2s, we're going to give each other 30 seconds and basically try and sell it to you. So,
I'm gonna
first
beat
up,
both of you in this contest.
yeah, right. We'll
I don't know.
We'll check the credit card stuff at the end. But ready, Freddie?
Ready. Boop. She-Hulk, number 12, last issue of this arc by Charles Soule and Javier Pulido, who is awesome at art. She-Hulk finally figures out what's up with that blue file we learned about in those first couple issues, and continues on with awesome stuff. And maybe we'll get some more She-Hulk soon.
You think?
That's the hope.
Before the end of the
Charles Soule says he wants some more She-Hulk in here.
I want more She-Hulk.
Good job. You only went over 2 seconds. So, DQ.
I only went over 2 seconds because we were talking about Charles Soule.
Is this more of a lawyer or a superhero?
It is more. Ooh, it's both actually.
I've read some She-Hulk in my day, mostly Civil War stuff, and she was always at the law end, defending someone or...
Mm-hmm. And she continues to be. However, sometimes, that law thing...
She got a Hulk.
Yep, you get a little angry when dealing with lawyers.
I can't even imagine.
But this is great. This is fabulous.
Awesome.
Like, I'm really glad that it ended with the 12th issue instead of going on beyond and Charles Soule having to pull stuff out of a hat or something.
Who did they cover?
Kevin Wada, who
That's pretty
owns
cool.
my heart.
Stylish.
He's done all the She-Hulk covers, and he does some really, really great art. Check him out on the internet.
All right, my number 2. Boom. Darth Vader, number 1. It's on Marvel. I've completely sunk into the hype that is the Star Wars Marvel comic releases, and Darth Vader. I really like Star Wars number 1, but Darth Vader's probably taken the cake from it. It's from the point of view of the Empire. It paints Darth Vader as just a shitty middle management kind of
that's
yuts.
kind of cool. That's actually intriguing.
Yeah, he goes to the Emperor and he's like, yeah, everyone on the Death Star is dead except you, so I blame you. And that's it.
And you're done.
It's really good.
Wow, that's 30 seconds isn't a lot of time.
It's not. It's not much time.
Not at all.
Darth Vader, you should read it. It's super fun. There's some little
Nothing but
characters.
good things.
Some good characters in there. A really great discussion with Jabba.
Your 30 seconds is up, dude.
And a really scary looking Wookiee that isn't Chewie. That makes me happy too.
Do it. Low number 6, Rick Remender with Greg Takini's fantastic LSD-laden art is...
Hey, whoa. Hey, Colby, come on.
It's a powerful monologue. He gives a powerful monologue to an arena full of, what do they call, pollumens. Might have something to do with pollution in humans. Stella, the mom, takes on grown Rowan.
Hey, whoa, Colby, man.
Can I do spoilers?
It's
Spoiler
too
alert.
late!
Tazo jumps into the helm suit of Salus before Rowan can, and instead of escaping, destroys them all.
Man, oh man, you ruined the entire thing for me now. I haven't read it. I don't need to anymore.
Yeah, you do.
Nobody does.
I'm sorry. Should have prepped it.
So spoiler alert.
I'll read it.
If you rewind this, you might hear some things. It was a great issue. It was one of the most beautiful ones yet.
Yeah.
They just keep getting more and more gorgeous.
The art is crazy cool. And I like the mother as a hero.
I do.
Big time.
Stella,
She's a badass.
she's an optimist.
Yes, she is. A badass with hope.
A badass
It's like
with hope.
Obama,
It's like a
but a
bad
female.
Or Jeb Bush.
Kinda.
This next segment is dedicated to first issues. I love first issues.
They're exciting.
They're new and shiny.
It's a door opening. It's great. You know?
Door opening.
We're just going to list some of our favorites and include our very favorite of the month. This month had a ton. Maybe it's because of the new-ish year. So we're a month in.
I feel like every month there's a ton of new
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, this
Spend your
isn't
money.
special.
Spend your money.
So,
I mean, it is special because there will never again be first issues.
These are
comics.
what trick us into the long con, where on issue 8, and I'm like, oh my god, I hate this. Why did I keep buying this?
Oh yeah, that's
that
rough.
issue 1 was sweet. Oh well. That's how
Hopefully none of these are tricks.
True.
That's the goal.
One of them might be.
Which one?
Maybe.
Spoiler alert. You'll hear.
Oh, we'll get there. We'll see. That might not be a trick though.
What if they totally pull it off? Anyway.
Could be a trick in reverse. Turns out to be great.
Reverse trick.
It's a play.
Anyway.
One really awesome number 1 that I've already talked about is Spider-Gwen number 1. It was so great. And if you read the Edge of Spider-Verse issue with her, this lives up to it and kind of shows what life is going to be like for her after Spider-Verse.
I already talked about this one too. It was my number 2 favorite comic of the month, Darth Vader on Marvel. Again, it's from his perspective, and he's kind of a jerk. He's kind of bad at his job, according to the Emperor. I don't know, it was just super fun, and it's definitely worth a look. Next up, brand new stuff, we have Curb Stomp. It's on Boom.
Yeah, which has been putting out really great stuff.
I associate Boom with kids stuff.
They have their Boom box,
Mm-hmm.
which is their kids stuff, or Kaboom. I forget which one it is.
It's one of those, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he's Kaboom.
But The Woods is on Boom.
Yes.
The Woods is very
Yes.
violent. Curb Stomp
Is very violent.
is very, very violent. It's about a
An
group
awesome-
of 5 women.
Girl gangs, always good.
Are they
But,
women yet, or are they teenagers?
They're women.
I mean, not to. Yeah.
No, they're definitely
And
women.
It was kind of a letdown.
It was a little bit of a
really
letdown,
excited
yeah.
about Curb Stomp because, like I said, girl gangs are awesome, and this cover
This cover.
is beautiful.
Chula Lotte is one of my favorite. I hope I'm saying it right. You Tula. She's one of my favorite artists. She does Supreme Blue Rose, and I'm very much unfamiliar with anything else. But she did this cover. It looks just like Supreme Blue Rose. I don't know. The inside art was
Sort of the letdown.
Fine.
The colors were astounding and like the best thing about the comic.
yeah, and the conversations. It just
A
seemed
little
like
cheesy. A little
I'm
cheesy.
going to the dock.
I read
Then
that.
I will go to the dock with you.
Yeah.
And it's just really stiff. And there's a
But-
character named Derby Girl, and her thing is, I'm a mean lady that wears roller skates. That's lame. Come on, you
Yeah,
guys can
you
think of
know.
something better than that. You thought of Machete Betty.
Which was great. That's my grandma's
Daisy
name.
Chain. I really like Daisy Chain
I
too.
like Daisy Chain too.
Violet Volt, Bloody Mary, Derby Girl.
Bloody Mary's kind of easy.
Yeah, it's too easy. Next up on Image, we have Nameless from Grant Morrison and Chris Burnham. Space,
Murder.
Murder, an asteroid,
A little bit of horror.
a dream key, fish people.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Wow.
It's good.
It was weird, and there's like this.
I mean,
weird,
it sounds like Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an occult themed sci-fi thing because there's an asteroid coming. It
Right.
has this huge symbol on it, and they go to this mystic named Nameless. I'll subtitle that if you didn't hear me. And he is basically rich people are taking him into space so that he can figure out what the deal with this asteroid that's going to hit the Earth in 30 days is.
Yeah.
But before that, he's trying to steal a dream key from a veiled woman and getting kidnapped by fish people.
Hey, it's got to have something
Can
to
I
do with
just
it.
point out that if your name is nameless, you are not nameless.
True.
That's true. That's a fact.
If your name... Never mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
so
double
I won't-
negative or
I was going to get a
something, and
nosebleed,
then-
I won't though.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Okay.
Okay.
From a publisher I don't usually read, IDW, comes DeForvey? Yep, DeForvey, or Dave. It's about a robot. They have claimed war on the human race and won. So that's kind of fun for robots, I guess. And now he works a desk job and hates his life. He hates his wife. He doesn't even know they have a kid, which is
Did
weird.
they kill all of the humans?
According to this, all human life is gone. According to this, all life is completely gone.
Whoa.
Organic life is gone.
Yeah, they go to other planets. They like, we kept building, and our goal was to eradicate everything because other species would come to Earth and be like, this is a pretty cool spot. And they'd be like, no, get fucked. Apparently they use shotguns a lot too, which is fun.
If organic life is gone, what's the planet look like? Not to get technical.
Looks like that. This variant cover, where Dave is just super hungover, having drank too much shell oil.
It happens to the best of us, you know?
They state in there that once life was gone, they didn't have a purpose, so they become very complacent, and he describes it as we became human. And Fiona Staples does the cover. Once again, trying to trick me into enjoying a comic book I would not normally read, and it worked. I'm easy.
Fiona Staples gets us all.
Yeah.
Did you ever see her Conan cover?
No.
Came out a few months ago. It's like Conan and this lion, and they're fighting, and it's Fiona Staples, and it's fucking beautiful.
I want a poster of that taped over my bed.
I also do. I'm not even a huge Conan fan.
Imperium?
Yeah, take it away. I've been talking about it.
It's an epic start, and we are. It's a Valiant. We're going to talk a little bit more about Valiant later, but they're kind of rocking it right now. Yeah, it's basically this huge setup. Help me.
It's this huge setup. It seems that what I read, which I didn't really get from the first issue, was that someone, I think his name's Harada,
Yeah.
he develops some sort of utopia that can be like stabilized. His utopia.
Yeah, and he's forcing it on everybody.
Which involves actually having like a team of supervillains come and make life just miserable, it seems like.
Yep.
It's a good use for supervillains.
Yeah, right?
If you read this, depending on which issue you got, they accidentally put the prelude in the middle of the book, which threw a lot of people off. And that's one of these.
That was
So hold on to that. 'Cause
an
a lot of
accident?
stores had the option to return that and
I did not know
get
that.
reprints, but delay the release, basically. And some stores sold them. Vault of Midnight, awesomely enough, sold them. So hold on to it. If you've got one of those with the prelude in the middle, it could be worth more.
I have one.
Or it could not be.
And the prelude's got XO, Man of War in it. Valiant, we'll get to it later, but Valiant.
We're going to have a little talk about Valiant's
Watch out for
resurgence.
Valiant.
It also has one of my new favorite characters in it. He is a giant robot named Mech Major, who demands to be called Sunlight on Snow, and
Good
requests
name.
denied. They keep calling him Mech Major, and it keeps just making him
Man, oh
pissed.
man.
Sunlight
Sunlight on Snow is like a really beautiful
Right?
Yeah,
name, yeah.
SOS.
Well, from one Valiant to another, my very favorite first issue of the month was Divinity. It is about an orphan is dropped on the doorstep
Russian.
of a Russian household, and he is in peak physical condition, and they choose him after going
There's a
to...
space race. There's a space race.
There's a space
Cold
race.
War.
This is, yeah, it's the Cold War. He's chosen to be the cosmonaut to go far beyond. He's going
This is
basically
just
where
the
Buzz
movie
Lightyear talks about all the time.
To
He's going to
infinity
infinity and beyond.
and
beyond.
They say, skip the moon, let's go all the way, and we're not going to say anything about it unless America gets to the moon or it's a complete failure.
Yep.
So he abandons his entire, well, he doesn't have a family. There's like a loved one involved.
Yeah. There's
But-
But like the government doesn't know about that loved one.
Correct.
Super
could tie in
secretive.
later. I mean, we have what 4 total issues, but it could tie in later.
God, I hope it goes longer than that.
Matt
He like
Kent
meets
is
a
writing it.
Matt Kent's writing it.
Yeah.
Does
Matt
mind
Kent is
management.
freaking wonderful.
Yeah.
And he does.
He's helping write
He's
the
doing
Valiant.
a lot of writing for Valiant,
hmm
which is cool.
Yeah.
He seems to be a fanboy, which is cool.
Yeah.
But he goes on this crazy adventure and comes back with some sort of godlike abilities, or is
Scares
pretty
the
much.
crap out of a rock climber.
Yeah. Yeah.
Starts a whole different sequence that
That's really all I
might
understand
take
about
another
it.
issue to figure out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The art was really cool. I love these thick covers. You can
Yeah.
probably see it. Yeah, you can totally see it.
Yeah, it's
They're
really,
very thick
really
and weird,
good
and it
quality.
feels really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
8. This is a Dark Horse, Raphael Albuquerque. Quirky.
Quarky.
Sorry, Raphael. And Mike Johnson. Raphael's American Vampire, right?
Mm-hmm.
This one's kind of time travel. We've got Joshua, who's sent somewhere in time, and there's a deal that's been brokered, but we don't know the deal yet. The very cool thing about this is this color scheme that kind of tells you where we are as far as time. Past is green, present is purple, the future is blue. In this case, the opening scene is he's landed on the meld. The meld is somewhere you do not want to be. Kind of
Stress on kinda, because we have no idea what the meld is.
Yeah,
that's where he's been
sent. Like some,
I guess,
dark, beyond Thunderdome type of world, cannibalistic. Well, they're not eating humans or anything, but anyway, Joshua's stuck here. 8 is the number he needs. Well, spoiler. He needs to remember to make his transponder or his communication device work with the time he left from, which is monumental to be able to communicate through time-space, because you couldn't do that in Back to the Future.
He definitely was given the easiest telephone number to call, and still could not remember it.
What was the telephone number?
8. It was
he
8.
loses, he's lost his memory. So
yeah, there's tons of memory loss.
Luckily, he didn't think it meant infinity.
Yeah,
because they had been lost forever.
Crap.
There could be some symbolism there too.
I'm sure there is. I thought it was great. I think it's going to be great, I guess.
Yeah.
So, and I have the hiccups. So
perfect.
Really awesome.
More cider.
My favorite number 1 was Silk number 1. Another spider lady in the spider universe. Silk was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker, and then locked away for years and years. And now she's back. Her release. Sorry about that. It took me like 30 minutes to get rid of hiccups.
We're pissed.
Silk, number 1. Awesome comic book. Another spider lady, woman, person, spider totem is what they're called in Spider-Verse.
Right.
Silk was bitten by the same spider as Peter Parker, and then was locked away, and her release from that is what caused the events of Spider-Verse, which was why she'd been locked away in the beginning, to begin with. She's now out in the open. She has not been in the real world in like a couple of decades, and at least 1 decade, I think. I don't know. And she has no idea what's going on, so she's trying to find her family, who she lost, and she's trying to find her way in this crazy world, and this comic is awesome. Like, I was not looking forward to this nearly as much as Spider-Gwen, but this was my favorite of the two, and the art is fabulous, the coloring is beautiful. You know, everything just works really, really well in this comic, and it was so good, and I'm so excited to see what happens. There's some mysteries to be solved here.
Cool.
I heard she's Korean.
She is.
Korean American?
Yes.
I heard that the humor is really catered to someone our age.
Exactly. She talks about Pokemon.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing she mentions?
There's
but
some reference
it's
in
pretty
there
hilarious. Yeah, it's
Because
great.
she was captive in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's written by Robbie Thomas with the art done by Stacey Lee and colored by Ian Herring. So it's always cool to see like a lady's name too. Silk number 1, totally awesome. Go read it and then put it on your subscription list. It's so great.
Before I headed out of town, I wanted to take my chance to do my top number 1s for the month of February. From Image, Secret Identities number 1. It's the story of a superhero team that decides to take on a new member, but we quickly find out he is a mole looking to break them apart, find their weaknesses. It was a really fun read. A lot of the characters are very distinct. They kind of have to take their time and introduce all of the characters, so it kind of gets bogged down in that a little bit. But it was a good read, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from here on out. My top number 1 of the month was Marvel's Darth Vader. I really, really enjoyed this comic. It was everything I was looking for in the Star Wars line, but I got more so in this one. Point of view of Darth Vader, we kind of get a much more nuanced character than any of the movies. It is very clear why he makes the decisions he makes at the end of the original series. Just from this first issue, we get an idea that he is questioning his decisions and questioning who is leading him, just in this first issue. And it was really great. A lot of just cool scenes. His fight in Jabba's palace was really great. We get a couple new characters that seem really cool. Boba Fett's in it. We get a cool Wookiee character that I'm excited to see more of, and another Emperor Palpatine stooge that definitely gets under the skin of Darth Vader. But yeah, those are my favorite number 1s of the month. Thanks for letting me join in the discussion.
Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to our next video. We're going to reveal what our number 1 pick of the month is. They're already so good, and we still have one more each. We're going to gush and gush about it, and I can't wait to see you. Thanks from Cover Judgers.
3-minute gush.
3-minute gush.
3-minute gush.
Maximum 3-minute gush.
Only 3 minutes?
It's going to bleed out for 3
Depending
minutes.
on the hiccups.
I'm gonna need at least 5 if I don't get hiccups. 6 if I do get hiccups.
Alright, everybody try and grab the credits. They're right in front of your face. You see them?
Oh, yeah.
Here they are. Okay. Cool.